in a universe where life does not end at death. We explore the infinite possibilities forged by our very minds. Welcome to Arthadian Anthologies. Before we get started, I just want to inform you that this series was recorded over Discord. If the quality dips, it's due to connection issues. Greetings, fellow travelers and storytellers. Welcome to a Reborn in Power series, featuring the New Age squad of Chosen. Arok, Cy, Marmaduke 9, and Liam. Followed their prologue before the events of the New Age campaign, and maybe catch some foreshadowing elements along the way. Last we left off, Arok, Cy, and Marmaduke 9 were escorted to the core command pod, where they were able to relax for the first time since this all began. The bartender, still freaking out, got a little intoxicated over the flight over to the southern command post. The three of you learned that these officers are suspicious of the administration, and in order to discover who might be behind this, they've sent the three of you to investigate. Not without backup, though. Upon entering the hall, you all head to your first point of contact, Diplomat Avori Tan. However, before entering, Marmaduke 9 notices an eye staring at him from Avina's chamber. It is Frezzo Undez, as he steps out and faces Marmaduke. Then, suddenly, while Arok listens in on Marm's chat with Frezzo, they go silent. Cy is then interrupted by Marmaduke, barging in and firing an arrow straight at Avori. Arok was able to defend the Voyen diplomat, and now he and Cy are about to face their ally. Or so they thought. I would like you guys to roll me some initiative, please.
I've been in 5e too often. What am I rolling?
D12 plus agility.
Okay, that's just... There we go.
Rock rolled a 18.
What's your total?
Rolled.
Marm?
The Duke rolled a 14.
14, okay. Cy, you go first.
Alright.
You just saw Marmaduke rush in, knock an arrow, and then go and shoot straight at Avori, while Arok jumped in front and blocked the attack.
Well, my attempt to tackle and take him down wasn't going well, so let's go for a stunning stab.
All right. So you activate the stun function and you go to stab Marmaduke. Marmaduke, go ahead and roll me a defensive form. You have to beat a 23.
Oh. Now, I was disconnected from the server, so I can't find it. There we are. Thank you.
Brought him back.
Let me impersonate myself.
Our characters hanging out in the void. just right next to.
It's so
beautiful map.
that's so on point.
Okay. 3, you hit me. That's a 15.
Oh yeah, you definitely hit. So you take a total of is 11 points of damage. What's your armor rating?
My armor rating is 17.
Okay, so you.
Sorry, we're gonna wreck your armor.
Well, does your armor have piercing resistance?
Piercing, yes.
Okay.
It does.
Okay, so you only take 1 point to your armor threshold, but you also take 4 points to your stamina. As you feel a shock to your system, you cannot use a maneuver on your turn. Which means you only have 2 forms. And with that, Cy, you have another form you can use if you would like, if you want to attack again.
I don't have another stunning on me, so I'm gonna kind of stand there like, okay, I did my thing. Mount and try to make sure he doesn't shoot again.
Okay.
Could I
wanna...
go after his crossbow? Could I try to grab his crossbow?
You can. It would be a brawl check.
Okay.
So it would be a brawl form with agility to try to grab it. And then
I don't have brawl form, so just agility.
So yeah, it would be just straight agility, and then Marmaduke, you'd have to roll an agility as well.
It would be another dodge.
Yeah, or dodge. You could just use a dodge.
Oh, true.
Ooh.
Yeah, so Marmaduke is able to avoid your attempt at grabbing his bow.
All right, that's it for Cy.
All right. Now it is Arok's turn.
Okay. Arok hunches lower, stares down at Marmaduke, yells, "Stop!" as he rushes towards him for a brawl. Is the tackle? How would a tackle work?
So you'd roll a brawl, a normal brawl, and then Marmaduke is gonna have to roll a dodge, and if you're able to tackle him, you're gonna have to do contesting athletics on his turn, basically, to hold him down. If you're like trying to grapple him. But
Okay.
yeah, the brawl will still do damage. It's like you're going up and you just tackling him to the ground.
Okay. So he rushes in. Physical strike accuracy 19 with 6 damage bludgeoning.
All right.
Hold on. Ooh, nope.
He's able to kind of spin out of the way of your tackle attempt as you rush forward, and you kind of leap over towards him, and then you kind of barrel roll onto the ground, and then turn around. You have another form if you would like to use it. Arok, if you're going to try again, or you want to try to punch him.
Yeah, I think he'll have to go for another reach around. So
Now's not the time.
another physical strike.
Ooh.
This time his accuracy is 24.
Ooh. Ooh, no.
Okay, as Arok kind of leaps over and then does a barrel roll and then spins around, he leaps again. While Marmaduke, you have your back to him, and you're about to knock your next arrow at Avori as you feel around your waist the grip of Arok's strength grabs onto you, What are you going to do, Arok? Like, how are you holding him? Are you trying to grapple him, or are you trying to like tackle him to the ground?
I'm thinking maybe I'll do what Cy was doing. Try and separate him from his bow.
Okay, you
and
kind
like
of
hold him up like a.
okay. You grab him from behind, and then you grip onto his arm and begin to basically get him in an arm lock and to disarm him from his bow. And as this happens, Marmaduke, I would like you to roll me an athletics check.
An athletics check, you say? And that is with... That's going off strength, isn't it?
Yes.
What do I have to beat?
24. Can you?
I'm not going to beat a 24.
Okay, yeah, you're
Best I can roll is an 18.
you're struggling currently. And now it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to have to get out of this hold and kill a Voritan. Every moment I'm in this hold, a Voritan is alive and I cannot abide it. So I'm going to have to break the hold somehow. What are my options to do that?
You can try to maneuver yourself out of it, but it might hurt you in the process.
I think, you know what, I can take a little pain. A Voritan dies.
Okay. I would like you to roll me an acrobatics. Arok, your athletics against the acrobatics.
Okay. Arok muscles an 18 for athletics.
And 12.
Oh, sorry, Marm. You feel yourself kind of try to slip out of the grip of Arok by kind of using your momentum to spin out of it, but Arok is able to kind of grab onto you and then throw you onto the ground. As you are thrown onto the ground, Arok, I would like you to roll me a D4 plus your brawl.
Mm-hmm. He does a punishing 7.
As you get kind of hit to the ground, Marmaduke, you now take another 7 points to your stamina. What's your stamina looking like right now?
It's looking... Oop, my microphone almost fell off my... -7 to stamina, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Quick mathematics, that is... I mean, it's looking... I still have some.
Good, cool. All right. With that, Marmaduke, you are now kind of on the ground, pinned down. As this is happening, I am going to roll something real quick. Sorry. My dice. I don't have my dice with me. Ignore my roll.
Okay.
Fight me like a man, Arok. In a spacecraft with thermonuclear weapons.
All right. Mr. Marmaduke, you feel this surge of energy kind of flow through your head, and then it hurts for a moment, but you feel like your strength is growing. I would like you to roll me another athletics check.
Another athletics check.
Arok, I would like you to roll me an athletics check as well.
Okay. Boop. He athletically performs a 17.
Damn,
That's a 9.
Marm.
I'm not very athletic.
You're also just rolling like crap. You even had a +4 on that one too.
In that case, it's a 13.
Yeah. But you with this surge of strength, you try to get up, and Arok, it feels like something has gotten into him, and he's starting to kind of push off of you, but you push back down with even more of your strength, trying not to crush his windpipe, you know.
Yeah.
but you can feel this. Something is causing him to act this way, or to
Lay down.
And as that happens, it is now Cy's turn.
Right. He's down. His
Avo-
weapon's out of hand.
Avori Tan is hiding underneath her desk right now.
That's good. That's a good safe spot. And our good friend still trying to fight.
Yeah, he seems like he's trying to get up, but Arok has him pinned.
Well, he's pinned. I'm just gonna zap him again.
All right, you activate the stun function again, and you go up to give him another stunny stun.
I'm hoping that Arok is insulated. Otherwise, this is going to be necessary.
We can heal him.
Marmaduke, you're gonna roll, but you're gonna have disadvantage on this roll. So it's gonna be a -1 to your dodge.
Oh, -1?
Mm-hmm. You have talent in it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I do something with this? You know what? No, it's fine.
What you want to do?
I will just attempt to dodge. I was going to try and do a skill feat or ability.
Do you have one that could, like, quick reflexes?
I have quick reflexes, yes.
With talent?
Yes.
You may do so, yes. It would cost stamina, though.
You know what? I'm not going to. I'm not going to now.
Okay.
Because I may need it later. So, this is -1, yeah?
Yeah.
22.
20.
Wiggly bugger.
He is barely able to kind of maneuver out of the way with Arok still pinning him down, but you go over to kind of get at his neck to kind of shock him at his neck, but he's able to kind of maneuver out of the way, and you can try to attack again, Cy. Your stun hasn't released yet, so it's still active.
All right, let's go. Probably not.
Another dodge with a -1.
Same.
Again, wow, same roll.
Dang.
Yeah,
It's
you're able
definitely
to
12.
you're able to dodge. And Sai, you see that he's still pretty quick as he's been pinned down. He every time he continues to move, Arok, I would like you to actually roll me an athletics check.
Okay. Arok actually rolls a 16.
16. Marmaduke, I would like you to roll me a straight agility real quick.
Straight agility. Just agility, nothing else.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Oh, that's 14. That doesn't quite do it.
14. You feel like you have an opening for a second, and you go and try to kind of roll out of the way of Arok's grip, but he still kind of grabs you with his other arm and pins you down again, grabs your arm and begins to kind of get you into another arm lock on the ground. And this big guy is not your friend right now. And as this happens, it is now Arok's turn.
As he tries to pin and repin Marmaduke down, he yells, "What are you doing?" As he tries to pin Marmaduke's head down with one hand and reach over to try and separate him from his bow with the other.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me another brawl. And Marmaduke, I would like an athletics check as you try to hold your bow in your hand.
Oh, I'm not beating that.
Okay, well,
Physically deals a 21.
You kind of slam his head into the ground. As you slam his head into the ground, Marmaduke, you take 7 points of stamina.
Right.
And you feel your bow get ripped out of your grip. What do you do with the bow, Arok?
Shoot her with it! Shoot her with it!
I think there's only one thing he can really do, and it's just hold it up high in the air out of Marmaduke's reach. But he's not wanting to let him go in case he tries something funny.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just going to be only pinning him down with one hand at this point.
Okay. As you pinned him down with one hand, and that's all you're going to do for your turn?
I don't think there's anything else. I mean, unless I just lean on him with his Arok's knee. But that would probably be dangerous considering how heavy he is. I guess no, I have to pass. There's
right.
nothing more practical I can do.
Okay, with that, Marmaduke, you feel another surge of strength increase in you. And I would like you to roll me first another athletics check and then a discipline will check.
All right. Nope. Athletics is a no.
Athletics, you try to push off, but still, his strength is too strong.
Right, and then a discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is willpower.
Yes.
This is will plus discipline. All right.
Which I believe you ranked up, correct?
Oh, I couldn't possibly say. That is a 17.
Okay. As this happens, Marmaduke, you kind of fall into your mind. It feels dark. And then you hear a voice. 9. You are assigned to back up 7 in. You are assigned to back up 7 in the formation. Your squadron will
I'm on this thing,
consist.
sir.
Your
Sorry, sir. I shouldn't interrupt, sir.
Do not interrupt me. Your squadron
Sir.
will consist of R8 through 12. This familiar voice penetrates deep into your unconscious mind. It sounds like Marmaduke 2 giving the order. And suddenly you see beyond a protective screen in your personal Timex fighter pod, a dark void-like anomaly deep in the cosmic membrane. As you approach the anomaly, you hear over the comms. Someone begins singing a tune. In the dark void we roam, strength of will and our soul, fighting the demons and the Almighty will fall. It sounds ominous, yet hopeful. Like you are heading to face the darkness and destroy it. But when you hear this, it breaks you out of your mind. Please roll me another discipline will check.
$16.
You wake up. You feel yourself being pinned down. You're breathing heavily. You have sweat pouring out of your pores. Arok, you feel the struggle in Marmaduke's muscles kind of gives in and begins to loosen. Marmaduke, you are looking around and you see Arok has you pinned down to the ground. Cy has her dagger in a shocking, like in a stun function, and is about to like stab you again. And you hear whimpering behind a desk. What do you do?
Still inside his mind.
I'm now out of it.
Yeah, it feels like it. You don't even know what you were in. Like you were inside your own mind. You don't remember anything except for seeing an eye and walking inside here to speak to Avori Tan. You guys were coming here to investigate.
So I don't remember any of the fighter stuff.
You don't remember any of the fight.
I mean, like the me and the fighter and the anomaly.
You remember
I
that.
remember that.
You remember that.
All right. Okay. So the first thing I think I would say then is, whoever's on my comms, cut the chatter. And then I would look and take in my current circumstances.
Is it over? Did you stop him?
Correct. Continues to glare down at Marmaduke He senses the struggle is over, but he's not quite sure.
I'm gonna take his crossbow.
Did you stop him? Did you stop him? I don't know who him is. I do hope it wasn't me.
The way you said that was so
Yes.
ominous.
I'm just naturally quite ominous.
You may have guessed by the stab wounds. You kind of drifted out of there for a little bit there, my friend.
Oh dear. Was it that whiskey? That whiskey doesn't agree with me.
I don't think it was the whiskey.
Ah.
Arok chooses to pull Marmaduke up by the rest of his coat, stand up, and put him back on his feet.
All right,
Thank you, dear boy.
You see in the back, Avori kind of peeks over around the corner. It's like, you didn't put him down! And she goes back under.
I'm going to position myself in between Marm and Avori.
All right.
Who has my weapon?
I have your crossbow.
Tell you what, Sifra, keep a hold of it for now, just for the sake of Oretan, who looks like she's about to have some kind of coronary episode.
A well-deserved corollary episode, considering that you had this pointed at her head a moment ago, my friend.
Did I? Well, she doesn't seem. Did I miss? That's very unlike me.
I kind of gestured to the arrow that Arok took initially.
Bloody hell!
And then I point to the part where you did indeed miss.
Well, that's how you know it wasn't me firing. Arok, dear boy, would you like something to, would you like me to tend to that arrow in you?
Arok looks to the side of his eye, then back down at Marmaduke before shaking his head. No, I'm okay.
Are you sure? Seems only fair, considering I apparently put it there.
I think we've done more...
With, later.
Fair enough. Master, do I remember Frezzo being involved in this?
You try to recall. You don't remember. You only remember seeing, like noticing something out of the corner of your eye, looking over that way, and then everything went black. But
I did notice something, but I can't remember what it was.
a conversation was overheard over the comms, so...
I'll roll insight.
Alright, go ahead and roll a...
or analyze.
Yeah, go ahead and roll and analyze. Thinking about this, you didn't hear the conversation, but you do remember him talking to Frezzo, or you believe, right before all this happened. You didn't hear the conversation, though, because you were talking to Avori.
Suspicious. Arok, could you be in between Avori and Marmaduke for now? I'm gonna go clear things up with Avori behind the desk.
Okay.
Arok strides around Marmaduke and then stands beside Avori as he turns around to look back into the other side of the room where Marmaduke is.
Okay, and Cy, you go to see Avori has her hands over her head. She's ducking and covering. And she's just...
All right, I sit down next to her. I don't have lungs anymore, so I can't mimic. I mimic breathing motions as best as I can, as mechanical as I am.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of wait for the panic attack to die down a little bit.
She looks up at you and is like, I didn't mean to. I didn't know.
Didn't mean to. Didn't know what. I mean, I feel like we have a few answers for you here, but do you have a few answers for us?
He said that it would be to help the people. That the people need to be united. But I don't know what happened. I don't know how it got to this point.
Well, it spreads, and it takes a certain degree of luck, or maybe genetics a bit, but self-assuredness, and it doesn't take you over. We managed to snap our associate out of the symptoms, so he is currently fine, but understandable if you feel better or safer to stay here. I would rather keep him close where we can smack his head into some walls a little bit if he does go under again.
Is he humming like the rest of them?
No, he's not humming.
Why did he try to kill me?
That I don't believe him as a person chose to kill you. Whatever was affecting him wanted to kill you. And the reason for that, I don't know. Do you have any suspicions on... Is it because you know how this started that they would prefer to keep you out of the picture?
She looks down and she looks hesitant, nervous, anxious. I think it's I don't know if I should say anything.
If you say nothing, we might be running the wrong leads. And the solution to stop this from going further, from becoming not just a citywide event, but a planet-wide event, is a matter of how fast we can react.
Roll me an influence check.
No! I rolled a 1. It's
Damn.
only a 10.
She looks at you. She's like, if I tell you, do you promise to protect me?
We managed to enter a horde of them trying to execute one person. I think we can protect you.
It's Reggie. He said that he was doing it for the mayor. That there that the people would live happily. But then when it all started to get worse, he wanted to cover it all up.
As she's saying this, is it jiving with me at all?
I would like you to roll me another disciplinal check, Marmaduke, as your head begins to ache from another fragment coming on.
Oh no. Oh no. It was 16 again. I'm rolling like Scheiße. 16.
Arok hunches down a little, ready for round 2.
You feel a pulse in your head. You feel like you need to distract yourself from this, but you feel a fragment coming back, and you remember going into a hangar bay with your squadron, seeing your squadron. They're all different sins. R8 through 12. And as you look them in their robotic eyes, you look over towards R10. And he looks, his frame, his eyes glowing. They remind you, you come back to, and your vision is hazy for a second as you do take 4 points of your stamina.
Oh boy.
And you're just, and you look up, and R stands for Reggie. What do you do?
R stands for Reggie. R10. Does that make any sense to me?
What was that?
See, does that make any sense to me at all? If this is another Marmaduke, isn't he Marmaduke 10?
You try to remember. You remember hanging out mostly with Marmadukes, but when you would go on missions, they would send you with certain units in your squadron. And they were built to accompany you. But this is a long time ago.
And were they the Reggies? Were those were the units? The Reggie units?
You believe so?
Is there any way I can analyze how true this is?
Go
how
ahead.
Accurate this...
Roll me a lore check.
Ooh. And that is with... Is that with intellect?
Yes.
Oh. Law. What I heard law. I think I have 1 in law. I do. All right. Don't tase me, map tool. Okay, 23.
You remember after several successful missions and the success of the Marmaduke implants, the Kron bred for cosmic battles across the realms. They wanted to give assistance to each of your squadrons. Assistance in the form of operatives that could give planetary-wide scans, like astronomical coordinates, and be navigators, as well as be your backup.
Like a co-pilot.
Yes. And they developed a new Sin unit known as the Reggies. You don't remember how many were made. In fact, you still don't even remember how many Marmadukes were made. But you know that the Reggies were made for Marmadukes.
So okay. So knowing this now, retrospectively, well, looking back then, do I recognize that Reggie was a Reggie?
Reggie, thinking about the memory, seeing the similarities between this Reggie that you have met already, and the frame that you see in your memory in this fragment that has come to you, and also hearing the tune that has been spread across this city through the minds of all of these citizens. There's no mistaking it. This Reggie probably knows you. Or maybe he doesn't. You're not sure. But you without a doubt believe that this Reggie is one of those Reggies. In fact, one of the ones that you flew with.
Oh, in my exact squadron.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think it's Reggie 10?
You're probably around like 95% sure.
So my co-pilot would have been Reggie 9, presumably.
Your your co-pilots were actually Reggie 8 through 12.
So I was flying it, and then I had 4 Reggies
Yes.
doing also aboard. So Reggie 10 was on my bird.
Mm-hmm.
Was he on my bird when I was separated from the rest of the squadron?
You don't remember.
Oh.
But upon thinking about this, what are Arok and Cy doing?
Arok continues to watch almost with morbid curiosity of Marmaduke having an episode.
An epiphany.
Yeah.
Sai is sitting down with Avori, trying to keep her calm. Maybe help her stand up so she's not hunched underneath her desk anymore.
Okay.
We've had some assistance with the captain of the guards here. Would you like to relocate, or would you like to stay here and keep up appearances?
If I relocate, they'll suspect me. They'll hunt after me.
I want you to go in this with full knowledge of what we know. We are aware of a meeting that is planned outside the hall at midnight. And very likely that they will be storming the hall. And I do not see things ending well if you stay here.
Okay. I'll probably leave then.
Do you want to leave when we leave?
Are you leaving soon?
No, we are going to see if there's more folks in here that are unaffected and offer the same choices.
I'll leave when you leave then, and I'll stay in here. Or should I follow you?
You can follow us if you wish. We're probably going to head out in the hallway and talk to everybody else except for...
You head out into the hallway, and as you head out into the hallway, you see, it looks like Mika and Recto are standing there. Actually not standing there, they're walking up the steps to the staircase. And you see in the middle of them is Frezzo. And he seems to be talking to the two of them. And
Let's roll a quick analyze.
And you do remember that they were supposed to be keeping a perimeter. As you analyze them, it looks like it almost looks like they're being... They have the same motions as that of the citizens. as out of what Marmaduke just had. And then you see he points over, and as did all three of you exit the chamber?
No, it was just me peeking out, I guess.
Yeah, you see Frezzo point down the hall straight at the door, and the two of them look over, and then they begin to walk over.
I shut the door.
You shut the door. What do you do?
I turn to my compatriots. I turn to Avori. I'm like, maybe immediately walking out is not the safest mode of action. I would like you to stay near. I believe Frezzo and a few of our team of the Trek board and the other diplomats are currently affected. I turn to Arok, I turn to Marmaduke. Like, are you guys ready to bash some heads in and hopefully not kill everybody?
Arok calmly nods his head and says, yes.
I turn to Marm. I'm like, are you feeling all right? Can I safely hand you your crossbow again?
Look, I want to say
You could-
yes.
Okay.
I'm not in the best shape at the moment.
Would you feel better being our primary guard for Avori here?
I don't know if I trust him.
I was going to say I think she would prefer if someone else was.
Fair. Avori, you have my direct comm. I believe it might be safer for you to stay in this room. But if the door opens and we're not knocking, please call.
If my suspicions are correct, believe me, Avori, I intend no harm to you, but I think I'm probably the last person who should be in this room with her alone.
You suddenly hear a knock come from the door.
But I'm not alone, so I think the crossbow is in my short bow is in order.
I hand Marm the crossbow. I gesture to Avori to hide behind the desk. And
Right.
I turn back to the door.
If I act up, strike me immediately.
Of course.
What is the door? What's the structure of the door? Is it a single door that swings in a particular direction? Does
Yes.
it swing inwards?
It actually swings inward.
Okay. Arok chooses to walk up to the side of the door. Then, while on the blind side, he reaches for the handle, ready to open it in such a way that he will be on the other side of the door when it fully opens.
All right.
Even if they hear or feel him coming to the door, they're not going to see him when he opens it. He turns to Marmaduke and gives a nod.
And he gives a nod. Marmaduke, what do you do?
I will make myself ready
All right.
and nod in return.
All right.
Okay. Rock grabs the handle turns and opens the door quickly.
As
He
you
also,
okay, go keep going.
yeah,
What are you doing?
that's it.
Okay.
He's going to be behind the door at this point.
Okay, you open the door quickly, and as you open the door quickly, do you guys have your weapons ready?
Arok does not have his
Okay.
weapon ready, but that's on purpose.
And
I have it, but I don't have it ready.
Sai
okay,
doesn't need to have her blade ready.
yeah,
Her blade is ready when she wants it ready. So she prefers to not have it shown when
when they have a visual.
not trouble is right. Yeah.
As the door opens up, you see Mika enter inside. He's like, Marmaduke, you're wanted for questioning.
Am I now?
For trying to murder Avori Ton.
Ah.
I apologize, but he is currently still in custody here in this room. I feel
I'm
like
sorry, but
taking
this is
him
Core
to
Command.
custody.
This is Core Command business.
Is it? I'm in contact in Core Command, and I have received nothing about this. I
Yes,
also don't understand why you would.
I am a part of Core Command, am I not? In fact, we escorted you here, did we not?
Analyzing.
Go ahead.
Let me click it. Just wait. Gotta re-impersonate my own character. There we go.
Looking at Mika. Yeah, there's something going on in that head. Like, they're trying to thin down your numbers without actually killing you guys straight up.
Apologies, Mika. This is a very stressful situation. Could I see the warrant, please?
As an aside, I think I'm next. Well, I'm near enough to a rock to say, probably in a low voice. You know, if something unusual were happening to me, I don't think I would have not alerted you in some way. I don't remember doing so, but it would have been out of character for me not to.
You see Mika looks over as you have asked for a warrant. Looks over towards Mr. Recto, who kind of steps forward and then looks over towards a rock, and then looks over towards Marmaduke, and then towards you, Sai. Give us Marmaduke, and we will leave you be.
Are you sure you have the right Marmaduke? I really do need a warrant for his arrest. There is due process still. Despite all the chaos, I hope.
And as he kind of looks down towards Mika, Mika's like, Marmaduke. And Mika just stares at you. Marmaduke. And then you hear them both in unison begin.
Nope, none of that.
the fuck up.
And
Shut up.
time,
Both of you, shut
time
the
for
fuck up.
initiative.
Marmaduke, I would like you to roll
Hell.
me a discipline will check, and you guys can roll initiative if you would like, but first, Marmaduke, I need a discipline will check.
Hold on. Need to remember what I'm adding. How many tabs? I'm adding. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. That's 22.
22. 22, okay. As you feel this stress in your head, you struggle to fight this off, but you feel your body wanting to move towards them, closer to them. And you begin to walk, but you're fighting it off, and you pull out your bow. You can try to shoot out a shot at them after we roll for initiative, please.
Okay.
Shoot at the two in front, at Mika and...
You are still in control of your upper body. You're just not in control over your legs.
Can I say something to them?
Yes.
Reggie 10, stand down. That's a direct order.
Okay. As you say that, they continue to hum the tune, and your legs continue to walk towards them. Nothing happens.
Well then, one of them's getting shot. Directly in front. Am I doing this now?
So what is the initiative? Did everyone roll initiatives?
Oh, I didn't do that yet.
Yes, initiative.
I used dodge form, so just for quick button clicking. So that's an 18.
Okay.
Rock also got an 18. Assuming it's agility.
Yeah, it's just a straight agility.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 17.
Oh, just straight agility?
Yeah, it would be just straight agility.
Let me do math. That would only be a 13. Oh.
13. So, Marmaduke, you got, what was that again?
17.
So we got
8
17
plus the 9. Yeah.
and 18, right? Yeah. 18 from Arok. 17 from Marm. And then what did you get again? Cy?
13.
13. 13 from Cy. As this happens, you, Arok, go first.
Okay. Considering that Recto is right in front of him, Arok reaches over towards his collar, grabs, then with his other arm, he punches Recto in the chest to try and wind him. A roll. Brawl?
Yep.
Okay, he gets a 17.
How do I do the do it so that you don't see my rolls?
Are you talking about like health wise?
No, I'm talking about like just like rolling. To,
I think it's slash GM, then an inline roll. You'll have to use square brackets.
Okay, well, then I will just roll normally.
Or you can do slash self. That would block it from me, considering our assisting.
Oh, yes, slash self. Square brackets. D12. So as you go to strike him in the chest, you see he blocks it, and then you see he goes to strike you back in the chest as well. With a 25 to hit.
Okay. What defensive form? Going for a parry here.
Okay.
It's a 12. Disappointing.
All right. So that's going to be... you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. So, what is your armor rating?
Armor rating is...
I believe it says it actually right
AR is 18.
18. Okay. You take... Does your armor have resistance to bludgeoning?
I'll put that down somewhere. It's piercing, slashing.
Okay.
I didn't think there was...
You take 3 points to your armor threshold as you feel a huge indent into your abdomen.
Okay. It's amended. Yes.
Yeah, you didn't take any actual like damage, but your armor took the damage.
Okay.
But as that happens, it is still technically your turn. You have one more form, and a maneuver.
Okay. Arok tries to disrupt Mika by trying to grab and throw Recto into him.
Okay, that's going to be an opposing check against his brawl. Against his athletics, actually. Sorry. God damn, I'm rolling high. Shit. So what'd you get on your brawl?
My brawl.
Yeah.
22 this time.
You go and attempt at grabbing Recto, but he's a Redicon too, and he grabs onto you and he kind of spins you around, and right now you guys are back to back, and he actually is able to trip you over and make you fall to the ground. You guys see that Recto is kind of overwhelming Arok a bit. This is the first time that you've seen someone be able to do so. And with that, it is now Marm's turn.
Right.
Your legs are still moving towards them. Slowly, but... Yes, you're moving.
Well, if I can shoot, So, does it look like... Frezzo's... Where's that? Fucker.
Frezzo is not inside the room.
He's not inside the room. Then I'm going to draw, and are they still humming?
Yes.
Mika's right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to shoot her in the throat.
All right.
Ooh.
I'm trying to do I'm just trying to stop her humming. I'm not trying to kill her, but this may kill her. I'm not in a good mood.
Or
I'm
in
lethal.
place mentally either, I don't think.
And I'm lethal at the best of times. So that's quite a bit. That's 21.
You go and knock your arrow back, and then you fire it straight at her neck, trying to kind of snip her neck so that it kind of like stops her from singing. But you see, she just tilts her head to the side, and it flies past her, dodging it easily. They seem like they're a lot more skilled than any of the civilians that you have faced.
Ooh.
Like, this is going to be a very hard... Like, if you're trying to knock them out, it's going to be pretty difficult. Gauging their combat experience.
Do I have any more?
You can fire again. You have one more form.
I'm going to.
All right.
Ooh, 18.
Let me see. Yeah, no. She just kind of maneuvers to the side, and it flies past her chest as she looks down and continues to hum. And you continue to move towards her. I would like you to roll me another discipline will check.
That's 18.
You are able to stop your legs from moving, but they are beginning to ache like crazy. But you're able to stop your legs from moving closer. And with that, it is now Mika's turn. As she looks over towards Arok and goes to pull out a tech revolver and then go and shoot Arok.
Okay, I guess at this point he's going to try and avoid, even though he's been thrown to the floor. Okay, so it's a dodge form. He dodges with an 18.
You see the shot goes and fires. You go to try to roll out of the way. As you roll out of the way, you're able to dodge out of the way of the first shot, and then she goes and fires a second shot at you. Go ahead and roll.
Where has Arok been thrown to? Was he? Is he in the same room?
You are in the same room. You're on the in the side of the room right now.
Okay.
In the corner.
I suppose all he can do really at this point is maybe try and use a bit of cover as he dodges again.
All right.
This time he dodges with a 23.
You're able to dodge a second time, barely, as you you see she seems to be very calm, but she's going after you. You don't know why she's just going after you and not aiming at Marmaduke, who's shot at her twice.
Okay.
And now it is Cy's turn.
Yeah. All right. Had all this time to think. Let's go after Operative Mika with a zapping, stunning stab.
Okay. You actually hit. Now I'm rolling really bad. And as you go up and you go and stab straight into her, you see your blade actually goes and it almost looks like it bounces off of her armor, but you see the shock kind of shock her for a second, and you notice that she stops humming as you have shocked her, and she looks at you as like, and she gives you this dead glare.
I would like to weapon link with 6 energy.
Okay. Okay.
I rolled really poorly for that. Only an additional 3 damage.
Yeah, she kind of she just grunts at you, and now her focus looks towards you.
Yay!
And as that happens, you see Recto maneuvers. Actually, it maneuvers around towards you, Cy. And as he maneuvers that way, you see his hand extends out, and you see what looks like a shock gauntlet on his arms, on his fists, and he goes to punch you twice.
Oh good.
24 to hit.
It hits.
It hits. Dealing I would like you to roll me an endurance check. Endurance with a 16. You are able to ward off the paralysis as you feel a shock come into your system, and then another strike comes at you. Your armor rating is 23, so you do take 3 points to your armor threshold.
Oh, great.
For the first strike, as he goes for a second strike on you with a 25 to hit.
That hits.
And this one gets an extra d4. Okay, you take 3 points to your stamina, and then you also are going to take 3 more points to your armor threshold. How's your armor looking?
Yeah, I believe I got 3 points left. Let me double check. Yeah. And 3 to stamina, that would be 14. Okay.
As this happens, you hear Mika say, "We only want Marmaduke. What don't you understand about that?"
I'm gonna stay silent. I'm not engaging with the brainwashed people who hum at you ominously.
And with that, it is Arok's turn.
Okay. If possible, Arok wishes to get in range of Operative Mika
Okay.
and begin a brawl assault.
All right.
Basically, he's gonna sort of strike her down. Let's do it. The first attempt is a 17.
You go up to strike, do a strike at her. She dodges out of the way of it, of the first strike.
And he tries to follow up with another attempt. This time it's a 23.
You go for a second strike. You feel like you're about to hit her, but she ducks underneath you and rolls underneath your feet. And now she's on the other side over here. And with that, it is now your turn, Marmaduke.
All right. So I am no longer walking forwards.
You are no longer walking forward.
All right. And
But you did hear that they only are here for you.
interesting.
And so far it seems...
Interesting.
You,
Asking, do I want to ask them about that? I don't know if I do. Oh, what I'd quite like to do is think a couple of arrows at this one who's attacking a rock.
Okay. Mika?
Is it Mika or the other one that's attacking?
The one that was attacking Arok was Mika. And
Okay.
Recto is attacking Cy right now. And Cy's armor looks like it's being like dented in to a point of almost
In that case,
almost being torn apart.
In that case, okay. In that case, I'm going to go for Mr. Rectum over there. He's going to get some arrows in him. All right. The first is a 17.
A 17. He is able to dodge out of the way of the first shot.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then the second is better. It's 21.
21. He is barely able to dodge all the way of the second one.
No.
Yeah, he rolled a 21 as well. And it is starting to like, from what it seems like, it looks like they're toying with you guys.
Can I move at all?
You can, but it will expend some stamina. As your legs are aching still.
Oh. All right, hypothetically, why do you want me?
You say this, and it is now technically Mika's turn as she kind of stands up from rolling under Arok's legs and is like, "Oh, I believe you know the answer to that." And
Wish I
then,
did.
and then she points the gun over towards Cy and fires off twice. A 26 to hit.
Can I try and get in the way of one of those?
You may. It would cost stamina to do so. Because it's off your turn. 7.
You're okay. That's more than I have.
If you... you can... Yeah, in order to recover stamina in combat, you have to roll a defensive form on your turn.
Okay. Right.
So for the attack, the first attack on you, Cy, you see she does activate the stun function on her weapon. Dealing a total of 3 damage to your stamina. And you have resistance to piercing, right?
Yes.
So you take another 1 point to your armor threshold.
Woo! Armor's barely hanging together.
Yeah. And then the second shot is fired off. And you're able to dodge it.
I'm sweating.
As soon as that armor is gone, you better run. I'm telling you right now.
Oh god, I have the same HP as some of the civilians out there. It's not so good.
As it happens, that was her turn, and she looks over towards you, Marmaduke, is like, "We will stop attacking if you just come with us willingly."
Do they look really hurt or any hurt at all?
They don't look like they've been hurt at all. It looks like their armor has been damaged. And now it is your turn, Cy.
I am going to throw my knife at Mira, the one who shot me.
Okay, throw it at Mika.
Well, or Mika, yes.
She dodges out of the way of the knife getting thrown out, and then you call it back to your hand. Second time, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I rolled the same exact thing
no.
as well. As she just kind of dodges out of the way, and you see her sigh. She sighs to you, Cy.
Alright.
And as that happens, you see Recto go to grab at your neck, Cy, and then punch his way through your abdomen one more time. So first, go ahead and roll a defensive form. He's able to grab onto your neck, and he lifts you up. You don't take any damage, but you do have disadvantage on this attack as he is grabbing onto your neck and lifting you up. So just roll, and then it's going to be a -1 to the roll. And it's a bad roll too. And he rolled a 27.
Oh god.
And he punches into your chest, dealing 3 more points to your armor threshold.
That breaks it by 1. So that's 1 damage to health?
Yes. So you are...
I'm in danger.
You see your cords are beginning to leak out. And it looks like there's like sparks stemming from your abdomen currently. You guys see this as Recto is just holding her by the neck. And now it is Arok's turn.
I think, considering he sees Cy in trouble, he's gonna have to just move in and try brawling with Recto.
This will make
Again.
you vulnerable to an attack by Mika behind you.
I think it'll have to be the case, because Cy's literally being held up
Yep.
off the ground.
So she goes to shoot you in the back. With oh my gosh, I'm now critting like crazy.
You were complaining about your rolls
I
earlier.
was.
How could you?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So what is your defense?
Probably gonna have to be something like a block. I don't know what with though.
You can do it with your armor if you like. What's your armor at?
Armor is the AT is at 6. It's not too good.
Okay. She is using piercing damage, so it would. I believe you have resistance to it.
Yes, there is piercing on this one. Okay, so I guess I'm going for a block. He blocks with a 22.
I know she hits your back, dealing 1 point to your armor threshold.
Okay.
But you're able to make it over to her, over to him, and Cy. And what are you gonna do? How are you gonna get Cy out of this grip?
I think it's gonna be straight up fisticuffs.
Alright.
Reaches over for a punch. He only gets 19.
Punch. He's gonna have to. He's able to parry back your first strike, but he's still holding on to her, and he just kind of like smirks at you.
I guess the other attack's gonna also be a brawl. It's gotta work sometime. He gets a 23.
You're able to hit as you land a
It's,
successful blow.
It's 10 bludgeoning damage.
As you see it dents into his armor, and he falls back. He needs to endurance. You see, he still is holding on to Cy at this point, and he hasn't let go of her. But that was your 2 strikes.
Mm-hmm.
And now it is Marmaduke's turn. Marmaduke, I would like you to roll me a perception check, please.
All right. Oh, that didn't go through. Oops. Oh, it's pretty good. It's 20.
You notice at the door you see a familiar eye from before, but it kind of stems back to right before you lost consciousness.
I'm going to shoot it.
You gonna shoot it?
Yes.
All right.
I'm going to put an arrow right in that fucking eye.
It does have cover from the door.
Shoot.
Oh, I'm going for it.
All right, go ahead.
So, like, he's looking through the crack in the door?
Yes. What's the total?
I mean, it's 15.
No, you miss. Damn. You see it kind of bounces off of the door frame. After your first shot,
outside of the door.
when you yell this, you see that Arok is kind of busy and Cy is not looking good.
Did the eye react to the shot?
The eye disappeared.
Okay. Alright, I've got another shot.
Either another shot, or you can do a defensive form to try to recover stamina on your next turn.
I feel like we just need to put out as much as we can. How are Cy and Arok looking? Cy looking brilliant.
Cy is not looking brilliant. Cy looks like her armor plating has been torn off of her. She is naked with basically a bunch of sparks and oil leaking out from her chest.
Jesus.
While Arok is has officially landed a blow against this large reticon, but the blow looked like it only did damage to its armor.
And they both look fine.
They both look like they haven't taken any damage whatsoever. It's starting to feel like the odds are not in your favor in this combat. So what is the plan?
Both of you, stop directing at Mika and Rectum. Both of you stop attacking immediately. Step outside the room, and I'll join you in a moment. No tricks.
You say this. No tricks. Are you doing this as an influence or deception?
I think it's much of a muchness.
So you're gonna do influence?
I'm not very charming.
I know, but it's more like if you're.
It's going to be influence.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an influence check.
It's not going to be very good. And this is with charisma.
Yes.
which is all right. No, 7.
All right, you say this, and Mika looks over at you as and she kind of smiles at you as you see Recto didn't listen at all. Looks over at Arok and notices that he lands a blow, then chucks Cy over to the side. So now Cy is over here. And pays attention to Arok now, but then you hear Mika yell out, "Recto! We are done here." And he looks over at Arok and he just kind of glares at him and then begins to walk out.
Arok glares back.
He walks out.
Arok glares back.
Mika looks over at you, Marmaduke, is like, "We'll be waiting. Don't keep us waiting too long." And she begins to walk out as well.
Arok turns to Cy and rushes over to her.
Pleasant.
All right,
Still
we don't
had
have.
lungs. That would have been quite unpleasant.
We don't have long. We don't have long, so I'll make this quick. There was someone at the door. The eye was familiar. Looked like Frezzo's eye to me. And this Reggie is an old acquaintance of mine. Reggie 10. Built for war. That's why they want me, I think. He knows me. And I think I'm going to have to go with them now.
Is that the information about Reggie? Is that information that you'd be willing to let me pass on to our
Yes.
friends who let us go in here?
Yep. Go ahead.
All right,
Anything that
so I'm
helps.
gonna
Because
I'm
I
gonna
don't know what's going to happen when I go with them.
Do you think they'd let us follow?
You'd have to be very sneaky. Are you going to be
Arok
all-
is
are you
sneaky.
going-
I don't think I am.
Are you going to be all right?
I've quite literally had worse. And I didn't actually take much damage. I am just kind of frail. So as long as I don't get in another direct fight, maybe alright.
All right, then. Arok, I'm afraid I'm going to have to get that arrow later.
Marmaduke!
Well,
I'm gonna hand Marm my knife. I'm just gonna go. I know where this will be. If it disappears off of your hands, it means I'm in a fight. If you need extra damage and your bow is somehow not doing it, stab somebody.
I shall. Good luck, both of you. I hope I'll see you again soon.
Nods to Marmaduke.
And
And
as you begin to leave, you exit. And you see standing there are Mika and Recto. And they look at you as like, your allies in there. Where are they from?
You know, I'm not entirely sure where they're from. They've only been my allies for barely a day.
Very well. Follow us. And Mika begins to walk you down the hall, not towards the stairs, but further down in the hall, leading towards the larger doors at the end of it, which you're not quite sure, but you feel like that's where the mayor should be. And as you head over there, we will end the session there.
Oh, cliffhangers.
Oh, so good. So good.
Oh.
Do they should know where I'm from. We've been working together for a while.
Perhaps it's not the same ones that we met earlier, if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
Or there's deeper questions to be asked. I thank you for listening to A New Squad. Be sure to check out the official New Age livestream, streaming bi-weekly Tuesdays on Twitch. A link will be found in the description of this episode. And if you want to be reborn yourself, you can subscribe as a Chosen to access Chosen creation and exclusive Codex entries. Until next time, travelers, be safe, stay safe, and if death comes to you, may you be reborn in power.